Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome back to the Sales Copywriting and Content Marketing Hacks podcast with Jim Edwards and
Stu Smith.
I'm never sure if I'm pointing at the right spot, but those of you who are listening on audio can't tell whether I'm pointing or not, or even if I have on pants. So there you go. So today, Stu, we're going to talk about something that everybody needs to think about, and that is one-time offers. So the title of our podcast episode today here is one-time offer secrets every serious entrepreneur needs to know. And
one-time offers. I like it.
That's right. So we're going to talk about what is a one-time offer. For those of you who don't know what a one-time offer is, a one-time offer is basically, in fact, let's use the magic whiteboard so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So a one-time offer is, look at this. This is so amazing. A one-time offer is basically after somebody buys something from you. Typically it's after they buy, but it could be a freebie. But they buy something, and before they go to the sales confirmation page, they go to a page that says, wait, you're not quite finished yet. Hey, this is Jim Edwards, and I've got a special, because you just did this, I've got a special one-time offer for you with this, 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 and this. And the only place you can get it is right here, right now. You'll never see this offer again. Typically 20 to 30%. In my experience, of people that buy this offer will buy this offer if it makes sense, your one-time offer. And then if they say yes, then it takes them over and they process the credit card, and then it takes them to the download page. Or if they say no, then it just takes them to the download page. Now you can do multiple one-time offers. I've seen, people do 4 or 5 of them. That tends to torque people off. The magic number that I have seen really is doing a sales page with an order bump, which is kind of a, hey, would you like some fries with that? Over to a page where you make the one-time offer and then maybe a second one-time offer, and then you're done. That seems to be a setup that people don't get pissed off. So that's basically what a one-time offer is, though, is it is an offer that you make after somebody is paid, after they've already filled in their credit card data, after they have, they have literally bought something from you, and you offer them something else with a special deal. So I got 3 tips for you about this. But before I launch into the 3 tips, Stu, do you have any comments or questions at this point?
Yes, I do. Does it have to be a video one-time offer?
It does not have to be, the one-time offer does not have to be done with video, no.
Right.
However, the reason I like to use video is because you can get a whole bunch of information into people's heads super, super fast. But you can use a full length. I've seen plenty of one-time offers that were full long form sales letters, yep, and anything in between. So no, it does not have to be a video, but that is my favorite way of doing it because I'm shy. And no, I'm just kidding. I like doing it that way just because it's fast and you can test.
All right. So how about this? One-time offer versus a cross sale, right? What's the difference?
I don't know. A cross sell to me, I don't know.
Like I just have on Shopify, I have an app that allows me to, if someone buys the FBI fitness book, it automatically will have a little pop-up says most people bought the FBI fitness book part 2, right? Okay.
Is that before, do they see that before or after they complete the purchase?
Good point. There you go. It is before they complete the purchase.
That's an order. In my definition, that's an order bump. Now you might call that a cross sell, whatever. There's basically there's something to think about. Making an offer them before they've purchased and entered their credit card and think that they're done buying, that's an order bump, and an upsell, a cross sell, what have you. And then after they've bought, they put in their credit card, they've clicked the button, they think, hey, I bought this, and they have bought it. Anything after that is a one-time offer, typically from what we're saying here. Okay, so for sake of definition, anything that's happening before they bought the initial sale, and then anything that's happening after.
Got it.
So
Sometimes
everything
I
I'm
will
talking
do,
about is after.
sometimes I'll do something similar. And, I have an automated email that goes to anybody that purchases something in
That's
the
a back
store.
end offer.
Ah, okay. But then I send a personalized one and say, hey, check it out while you can. Right. So yeah, they're still not in the
That's still a back end offer.
offer.
A
Got it.
one-time offer is when they're still sitting there. They haven't even put their credit card away yet. It's still sitting on their desk, and they have hit the button, and they're still in the process of buying.
Yep.
Okay, they think they're done, but they're not.
Right.
But as soon as they have to go anywhere other than that screen, that is no longer a one-time offer. That's a back-end offer. As soon as it involves email, back-end offer. This is right at the point of purchase. Imagine it. Imagine this like you're going through the grocery store line, okay? And when you pull up to the line, when you see the candy and the National Enquirer and Us Magazine and other stuff, those are order bumps. Those are point of purchase. That's, hey, I need some candy. Hey, I need to read about Trump's ex-lovers and the payoffs and all that, or what have you, or aliens abducting the 500-pound kid. I remember the Weekly World News, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That's an order bump point of purchase. Then when you're in the process of paying and the cashier says to you, hey, would you like to round up for kids charity, or would you like to give $5 for would you like to give me more money right now while you're in the process of paying? That's more like a one-time offer.
Got it.
Or if somebody were standing there right as you were filling up your bags and said, hey, we got turkeys on sale for, normally they're $40, but they're $10. Would you like a couple of turkeys? And we can add that to your order right here while we're bagging you up. That's a one-time offer. As soon as you're out in the parking lot, that's all back-end offers. That's a whole different transaction.
Okay. I like it. I just want to differentiate. I remember going through this and getting a lot of questions with the DIY media marketing. We did something very similar,
right?
Which they have access to.
There you go. Everybody who is in the Jim Edwards Method Premium.
Yes.
Which you can check out at the Jim Edwards Method Premium. No, you can't, because we don't have that. You go to thejimedwardsmethod.com. Look at premium.
Go. Yeah.
I guess now I need to get that domain. Okay, so I still have 3 tips for you when it comes to one-time offers.
Let's get them.
So tip number 1 is to start using them. And I learned this the hard way, because I used to think that it was almost something to be ashamed of. I was just happy enough to get somebody to buy something from me. I didn't want to piss them off. I didn't want to make them angry. And I learned the hard way that I cost myself millions of dollars by not doing this. And you might say, oh, Jim, you're just saying that. Nope. I'm telling you right now, I have one particular ebook that we have sold over the years. We've sold since 2001, and I sells to this day. It's on its 3rd iteration. On average, has sold 10,000 copies a year. So from 2001 to 2011, I had no one-time offer with that book. And then in 2011, I said, you know what, man, let's just try it. Let's just do a one-time offer. And so I added a one-time offer that was for $50, $47, but we'll say $50 for the sake of ease of math for those of you at home. And within a week, with some little tweaks, I got the take rate on that to 20%. So what that meant was an extra $97,000 a year. Now, how would you feel with an extra $97,000 a year, Stu? Would you be happy with that?
Yes, that would not suck.
Okay. I was depressed. I literally was laying in the bed for 2 days, not wanting to get out of bed, because I realized that over the previous 11 years, I had cost myself almost $1.1 million. What am I talking about? Well, 10,000 sales a year. Okay. 20% take rate, meaning 2,000 people of those people would have paid me an extra $50. $50 times 2,000 is $100,000 times 11 years is $1.1 million that I left on the table by not having a one-time offer. And that's just for a little $29 ebook with a $47 upsell. I want you to think
that's really impressive. But I will say this. Yes, you're a little bit grumpy about that. and I understand.
A little.
But I understand. How many times have you said, damn, I wish I'd have done this 3 years ago? And you know you're on to something when you say that.
About every 3 years, right. I say that.
You know what I mean? It's
yes.
Like, damn, I wish I'd have done that 3 years ago.
If I could take the body of knowledge that I have now and go back to 1997, I would have been done in 2001 because I would have made a shit ton of money in the first 3 years with knowing what I know now, and then I just would have bought Google.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then I was shorted pets.com. But that's a separate thing. So the thing is, though, I think one of the reasons I didn't do it was because I heard people say, "Oh, I don't like it when people make me right up front." And you let those whiners dictate your behavior in your business. Somebody's always going to bitch about something, but when something works, you need to just do it. Right. And I think, I want to say that maybe I was being lazy, but I don't think I was being lazy. I think I was scared of being rejected and I was intimidated by the technology. But, now we know that it works. It's an accepted way of doing business. Number two, there are tools that make it super easy to add one-time offers to whatever your funnel is. There's ClickFunnels. I know that you use Shopify, Stu. There are ways to do it with WordPress. I mean, it's just not hard to do a one-time offer. It is extremely easy to do. So your tip number one is to start doing them. If you're not doing them, do it. If you're already doing it, try adding another one. In other words, if you've got one-time offer, try adding a second one-time offer, either a downsell or something totally different. Now, that leads us to tip number two, which is what types of offers to make as one-time offers. What are the best ones to make? Because you might say, well, pretty much there's only one that I can make, and that's not true. There are 4 that work really well, some better than others depending on your offer. So the first is to just sell them more of what they've already bought. So if somebody buys 1 tube of goo from you, say to them, hey, look, you just bought this. How would you like 3 more for the price of 2, and you get free shipping because you've already paid the shipping on the 1. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That's a deal. So sell them more of what they've already bought if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then don't do it. It's not like you can say, hey, I got you just bought 1 ebook on how to write an ebook. So would you like to buy 3 more ebooks on how to write an ebook? No. But you could sell them, like Stu, if you sell them your tactical fitness for athletes over 40, or what are the over 40 books that you've got? What's the series there?
Yeah, Tactical Fitness Over 40.
Okay, yep. So Tactical Fitness Over 40, and then you could do a special bundle offer of, hey, you can get my recovery. What are the recovery ones?
Tactical mobility. Yeah, tactical mobility.
Okay, tactical mobility and recovery, and you could sell them, 3 more books on recovery and all that stuff. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense for them to get that as a one-time offer right there. And again, even if you're saving them $10 on shipping, you can, anyway, that's an example of selling them more of what they've already got. So the second thing that you can sell as a one-time offer is the easy button. So that's where software comes in. So let's say I was selling you a course on how to write sales letters. Well, okay, I've got a video set or a course on how to write sales letters, but then it says, hey, congratulations on buying my sales copywriting crash course. You made a great decision because it's going to show you exactly how to write sales letters from scratch and be able to use them to build your business. But let me ask you a quick question. What if you could just fill out a form and whack a button and get the sales letters and the emails and the webinar templates and the tweets and all of the blog posts and everything you need? Wouldn't that be cool if it could all be reduced down to just literally filling out a form and hitting a button? That would be amazing, right? Well, the great thing is that I've spent the last 7 years creating this software that makes it so you can do just that and so much more. Now, I don't have a lot of time to go into it right now, but to tell you everything, because we'd be here for a couple hours. But what I will tell you is that I have thousands of people who have used funnel scripts, and then I would just go into about a 2-minute pitch on exactly what funnel scripts is. And the great news is that it is, $697 a year. But right now you can get 6 months of funnel scripts for just $297. And then at that point, you can decide if you want to join or become a yearly member or buy a lifetime. But you're able to do that, and it's going to save you a ton of money. So that would be another thing. So we've got the first one was sell them more what they already bought at a discount. Number 2, sell them the easy button. The third thing is sell them the next step. That's kind of what I said with you too, Stu. That could be the either one, or it could be either one of selling them more or selling them the next step. Because, okay, here's the thing. You just bought my Tactical Fitness Over 40, and it's an amazing book, and you made a great decision because it's helped thousands of tactical athletes all over the world who are getting up into middle age to be able to do great things. The thing you need to understand is that as you build that, one of the things you really need to focus on now is mobility. When you were made out of rubber bands in your teens and 20s, you could recover from injury without even realizing you were injured. But now, as we get older, the bumps and bruises stick with us longer. So part of being really fit is being very mobile. And so I have an entire series that's going to help you to work on your mobility, to reduce potential for injury, reduce pain, increase flexibility, and make you even more of an elite athlete as you go into your 40s and 50s. And normally this book sells for, $29.95, but I really want to get this into your pocket. So I'm going to let you have this for just $20 today. Boom. I mean, that's shit. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, right there.
I like it.
Okay, so the next step. And then the fourth one is to sell them some sort of coaching or done for them. So it's, okay, we just did this, and I would like, you've got this course is great. Let's go back to the copywriting example. You just bought this course, and it's going to deliver on exactly what you need. However, let's be honest, a lot of times people are just stretched for time. So I've got a whole network of sales copywriters that I work with on a regular basis that I've vetted, that I know do great stuff. And so if you need somebody to write a sales letter for you, I can actually have somebody on my team create your funnel. They'll create your sales copy. That means they'll write your headline, they'll do your hook, they'll do your story, they'll help you do your offer. Normally, if you were to go on guru.com, you would hire somebody who would charge you at least $300 an hour and charge you for 20 to 30 hours. You're talking about a $5,000 to $10,000 job. But I've got people that right here, right now, will do this for you for only $19.97. And so if you want somebody to do it for you, you can sign up now, and I'll tell you what, I'll even refund what you just paid for the copywriting course and let you keep the copywriting course. So, I mean, that's a great win-win deal if you want to do that, but I can't make this offer forever. So it's only available right here, right now. You're never going to see this offer again. So what have I done there? I have always affirmed to them that they made the right decision on buying the product. I never made them feel stupid for buying that first product or feel like I'm telling them, oh, you bought that first one, but you're not going to be able to get results unless you buy this thing, because that's a sure way to piss people off. You have to affirm and reassure them they made a great decision, why they made a great decision, and now you have something that will make life even more amazing for them. So those are the 4 best types of one-time offers to make. Now, can you make others? Sure. Do you have any questions or comments at this point, Stu?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm ready to hear number 3.
Okay, so tip number 3 is that you are doing people a disservice without making some sort of one-time offer. And this has been a real mindset shift for me, because I used to think that I was doing people a disservice by offering them a one-time offer by not including every single thing they needed in the product that I was offering. That was just stupid of me. That was the wrong mindset to have. And so I mentioned it earlier, from my direct experience, between 20 and 30% of the people you sell something to want to buy something else as well. And so if you don't sell it to them, somebody else is going to sell it to them. It's kind of like you're you know, I could use a really bad metaphor where your mom says, I can't do it. I can't say it. We know what boys want. If you don't give it to them, then they'll date someone else. No, that's a different thing.
Boy, that's bad.
That's not the conversation moms have. But the point is, they're going to get it somewhere. They're going to spend their money somewhere. So they might as well spend their money with you. That doesn't mean you sell something of low quality or anything like that. Just understand that 20 to 30% of those people still have their credit card in hand and would love to spend more money. So you might as well give them the opportunity to spend more money with you. And the truth of the matter is that people stop buying from you for one of two reasons. And I believe it was Dan Kennedy who said this, but they stop buying from you because either you stop selling to them or you lie to them and you piss them off and they go away. So if you don't have anything else to sell, they're going to go buy from someone else. That's why you need to keep coming out with new stuff. You need to keep coming out with something else they can buy. And so the way to look at this also, and you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself a hard question, is my stuff any good? And the answer to that better be, yeah, my stuff's good. Because if you can answer that question, yeah, my stuff's good, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be selling them more stuff. So the big takeaways that I want you guys to take from these three, and I'll just recap them for you real quick. Tip number one is start using one-time offers. Tip number two is pick the best one-time offer of the four that we went through. And tip number three is that you are doing people a disservice if you don't do a one-time offer. Two big takeaways is that if you don't have a one-time offer, if you have a working offer that doesn't have a one-time offer associated with it, then you hate money. That's just the bottom line. You hate money. You want your kids to be begging in the streets, and there's something wrong with you if you don't do it. There's some mental bugaboo that you have, some hang up that you need to get over. If I piss some people off with that, that's okay, because in my book I talk about the principle of love me, hate me, there's no money in the middle. So I'm going to tell you the truth. Number two is that no offer should go out without some sort of one-time offer associated with it. So when you are planning your funnel, you need to plan the one-time offer. I have been guilty of this in the past, which is, hey, let's just get this out the door and we'll add that to it later. That's stupid, because you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck at the beginning when you first launch a product, especially out to your list. And your warm market is the one that's going to give you the highest conversion rate on that one-time offer. So you need to get it out the door with a one-time offer. Spend the extra time. Don't be lazy. Don't have mental problems when it comes to the one-time offer. Just get it done. So, Stu, before I give them the moral of this podcast, do you have any questions or anything you want to ask about before I give them an amazing moral?
One question,
okay.
Basically. So the one-time offer, and we talked a little bit about it at the beginning. My first question was when we talked about cross-selling, order bumps, back-end offers, right? How do those fit into your one-time offer? Would you still use those, or would you just go with a one-time offer?
No, you can do whatever you want. You just have to test each part of it.
Right.
So if you
different products, different services.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm turning the lights back on for the whiteboard, but if there's absolutely no reason why you can't make an offer, have an order bump. So, Stu's got his here's one way you could do it. Okay, here's your Tactical Fitness Over 40 with an order bump of the mobility book. Okay, mobility and recovery book. They come over here and you make a one-time offer for the PT club. All right, the $300 a quarter thing. And then you could, if they take that, then you just take them to the order page. But if they don't take that, then you might make a downsell offer of a collection of 5 of your books. Okay, so that could be OTO number 2. 5 of your books in a way that makes sense. Again, right. The over 50 crowd, whatever whatever 5 books that would make the most sense.
Sure.
So they're like, okay, I don't want to spend $300 a quarter, but for another $77, I can get these 5 books from Stu, or $97, I can get these books. And all of a sudden we've taken it from a $20 book up to a $37 cart plus a 77, or let's just say it's 100. So we've gone to $137 cart value as opposed to a $20 cart value by having an order bump, the PT thing, if they do or don't take that. And if they take this, all of a sudden our cart value jumps way up.
Yes.
So by just doing these things and doing it the right way, you're not putting yourself in a situation where anybody's going to get pissed. And if they do get pissed, they're going to get pissed anyway. People are looking for a reason to get pissed in the world today now. So who cares? If somebody gets pissed, then be pissed. Yeah. Hell, I'm doing them a service because they're the kind of person who loves to get pissed. Let me give them a real reason to get pissed. So, I've done them a service either way.
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Perfect.
All right, cool. So the moral. See, I actually had this episode planned now. The moral here is that you can maximize the profit from every sale without having to feel cheap or cheesy when you use a one-time offer effectively. Now, are you ready for the amazing call to action?
Love it. That's it.
Okay. I've got 3 different choices here because I use the FB Live wizard, but I'm gonna read this, but you're not gonna know I'm reading this. So if you're one of those entrepreneurs who is serious about learning how to take this to the next level, do yourself a favor and subscribe to this podcast on YouTube at thejimedwardsmethod.com/podcast. And this will make it easy for you to maximize profit with your sales copy and content. Plus, when you subscribe over YouTube, you'll get cool notifications and our numbers will go up and other people will find the podcast and we'll be able to keep doing what we're doing instead of having to put on a hairnet and ask people, would you like fries with that? So you're doing us a service too. So thank you very much. Appreciate you, Stu. Thanks for joining us, guys. Start using your one-time offers and we'll talk to you soon.
Let's do this.